Welcome into SportBet Extra. I'm your host, Paul Rami, here every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. It is a great day, April 7th, 2026. We got the studio a little bit better set up here. Got tired of that plain, boring white wall. Get you a little, a little fun going on. So, look, we got a lot of stuff today in the MLB now in full swing. Like I said, we kind of dipped in a little bit to start the season. MLB in full swing now, ready to go. Already 10 games into the season for these guys. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but that 162 games is going to fly by pretty quick. College basketball season is over. What a great season that we had in college basketball, so we'll recap that as well. NBA nearing the end, just a few games left into the regular season. Lot to get to today. We're going to have a great show. We're going to talk NBA, again, recap college basketball, talk MLB, get you some plays for today, and talk about where you can get all my plays. Let's just get right into the show. So there it is. There's the record so far. College basketball ends the season 193, 150, and 4 for a total of 41.22 units on the season. I mean, look, plus 40 units is a great season to me. Anything really anything positive is great. Would loved it if we could have been in the plus 50 unit range, but we ended up plus 41.22 units for the college basketball season. That's what we do. College basketball is, again, one of my favorite sports to talk, to bet, to cap, just all of the above. One of the best sports. So many different angles through different parts of the seasons that you can find. The beginning of the season, a lot of kind of out of conference games that they play. Once you get into conference play, a lot of great things. Once you get into the conference tournaments, more action. I mean, it's just a really great product, college basketball. Now with, the new, I guess you could say, transfer kind of rules that they have going on. I'll have to dive into that later, get all the details. But it's gonna get college basketball back a little bit to the way it was. Sick of all these guys transferring every year. We want some more continuity. That's going to help with the old coaching style a little bit, actually mold these guys into better players, not just have them one and done. Yeah, it's occasionally you get the one and done, sure, but, you want to see guys grow and teams grow and, not just kind of go wherever the money is. To leave that for the professionals. All right, let that be the NBA, MLB, NFL, whatever it is. Just let it be that way. College basketball is a little bit different. So what a great season, plus 41.22 units on the season there. NBA 51, 45, and 1. Currently only plus 3.74 units. Now, again, this season for the NBA, it was mainly a new betting strategy that we were testing out. Kind of got off of that towards the end of the season as these games really kind of get to the games that don't matter. So we got off of that a little bit, and now we're just kind of seeing where we can find certain spots in the NBA, and that's really what we're doing. We're not forcing much action in the NBA. We're just looking to see the spots that we can find, especially down as the season ends and comes to a close here. Postseason might have some more action, but not going to get too involved there in the NBA. MLB, though, like I said, solid start there. 14, 10. I need to change that there. 14, 10, and 2. Looking at my record over here, a little bit different. I had to adjust the number on the graphics. So 14, 10, and 2 in MLB for plus 4.77 units. We do get some plus money action with MLB. I mean, yesterday we had 5 plays yesterday. On the Tails app, that's where, again, you're going to get all my plays. There's 2 ways you can get my plays. That's on Tails or on Juice Reel. Tails, $10 a week or $25 a month. You'll get all the posts there for, my free plays still going to be given out on the show or after the show over there. Free plays are always going to be 1 per day at least. And then you'll get the rest of the VIP plays on there. And I like it over there because it's tracked. There's no changing it. There's nothing that we can, manipulate. So it's third-party tracked. That way you can see and win with me. There's, we're as transparent as can be. And then on Juice Reel too. Juice Reel, that's where you're going to get. That one's $15 a week, but you'll get live plays. I do dabble in a lot of live games as well occasionally. So if you ever want to look and get some live action, really big underdogs, plus 200, plus 300, that's where we love to get in on some live plays. That's Juice Reel is going to have all of those on there as well with my live plays. That's why it's a little bit more. And that one is, once my plays are posted, it's synced up to the books that I use. Again, that's ProfitX, that's Novig, that's Kalshi. Those are the 3 that I use. Once those bets are in, it's synced up and you can see it automatically. So MLB 14-10 and 2 there on the season. Again, yesterday, Rays first 5 -0.5. That was a win there. A little plus money, plus 103. Royals first 5 money line. That one pushes there. That ended, I believe it was 1-1 at the end of 5. Reds Marlins over 7.5. That was a loss. Brewers team total. This Brewers team continues to hit over 4.5. That was at plus 115 there. So, again, nice plus money action. And then Mariners Rangers under 7.5. Easy win there. I think that one ended 2-1. So there's where we are currently. And now we can just kind of look at today's action. That was great for Michigan. Glad, nice win there. I'm glad they won that. I was cheering on UConn as well, but it was cool to see Michigan win it. That was a solid team. So into NBA tonight. We'll just talk NBA real quick before we get into MLB. Again, there's not going to be a lot that we're going to really be betting. Bulls, Wizards, Bulls 6.5-point favorites there on the road against the Wizards. Again, no reason to really bet on this one. Timberwolves at Pacers there. Timberwolves laying that 12.5. Again, a pretty big number. Pacers, they could keep it within that number. Just kind of really depends what you're going to get from this Timberwolves team. I mean, looking at them injury-wise, let's just double-check and see what injuries we got. Of course, Anthony Edwards continues to be out. Jaden McDaniels, he's out there. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then on the Pacers side, Siakam, he's out, of course. You've got other guys, Ben Shepherd, McConnell, Nembhard, Naismith. The whole team is pretty much out on the Pacers, so they continue to just roll with the bench. They could cover that 12.5. I would not be betting that one, though. I'd probably look more towards a total on this one. Maybe even just an under. Pacers are going to struggle to score here. Timberwolves have a pretty solid defense, one of the top 5 defenses in the league as far as defensive rating. I expect that defense to continue, again, with no Anthony Edwards. 233.5, that's a pretty high total. I would lean towards the under there. Bucks at Nets. Bucks 1.5-point favorite there on the road again. This one we're not even going to bother spending much time on. Same thing, no Giannis, no Kevin Porter. And then for the Nets there, no Claxton, no Clowney, no Zaire Williams, Michael Porter, of course, he's done so. Not a lot to really it's a 50-50 there. That's just the way it is. That one's a 50-50 shot. Heat Raptors laying a 1.5. Small number there at home against the Heat. Both teams really fighting for position there in the East. I believe currently, I want to double check this. Yeah, Raptors right in that 6th line right there. Miami Heat down to the 10th spot. It's going to be tough. They've got to have the win here to even have a chance. I believe. I don't even know. I need to double check how many games there are left in the season. What is that? It's only about 4 games left in the season. Yeah. So Heat They could do it. Just going to have to go on a nice run here to end the season. Got to beat the Raptors here. Got to beat them again back to back on Thursday. Then they do have the Wizards after that, and then it's going to be a good game against the Hawks there that they're going to end up going up against. So I would lean Raptors here, this first one, -1.5. Again, nothing really with those teams that would make a big difference quickly. Game time decision. I want to double check, see if there's any update on that. He's questionable still, so shouldn't make that much of a difference. I mean, obviously having him back will help that offense, but Jamal Shed, he's been great, his time there for the Raptors. So I lean Raptors -1.5 here against the Heat. Hornets at Celtics. Celtics laying a 4.5 number here at home. No injuries for the Celtics. Everyone's good to go. Hornets, all you really got to worry about is Kobe White, but that's not going to be something that moves the needle as far as the number. That 4.5 is going to stay pretty solid. I would lean Hornets here +4.5. Jazz Pelicans, I don't want to get involved with this one either. Just two teams just not really wanting to get involved with at the end. Kings Warriors laying a 14.5 number there. I don't expect much from the Kings here, especially with all the injuries they've got. Of course, you still got DeMar DeRozan now, Russell Westbrook out. Who else? Zach LaVine off season and Sabonis. So this team is just really, you've got, again, same thing. Bench guys coming in, just trying to play and prove that they belong on the team still, or just trying to make a roster spot for themselves elsewhere. Looking at the Warriors, I believe, Curry, he's going to be a game time decision now. Probably going to be, okay, they're showing he's probable, so he'll be good to go. I don't know if I would even lean Warriors laying that big number on this game at all. I'd probably just pass and stay off of this game. Mavericks Clippers laying the 11.5. I'd probably be on Mavericks on this game. I just feel like that's a big number. Mavericks are slowly just kind of, I don't know, getting a little bit of better feel of the team that they are. They beat the Lakers. I mean, they kept it close against the Magic. I say close, 11 points there. The Bucks, they got destroyed. Timberwolves got destroyed. They beat the Blazers. So there's some positive with that Mavericks organization now to end the season. Cooper Flag, of course, playing really well. I would lean Mavericks here. On the Clippers side, not any injuries that are really going to, cause any number to shift right now. A big win against the Kings on the road. Now you're back home. You got the Mavericks. And then tomorrow, the Thunder roll into town to play the Clippers. Classic look-ahead spot here for the Clippers against the Thunder coming in. So, that game as well, don't really know who's even going to be playing in that one. Probably going to have a lot of guys out for the Thunder. But big game coming up for the Clippers. So look-ahead spot here. I would lean Mavericks +12.5, 11.5, whatever that current number is right now. I would go grab that one. Thunder, Lakers. Thunder, big number there, -17.5 against the Lakers. Going to pass on that one as well. And then Rockets at the Suns. Suns laying the small number, -1.5 here. No injuries for either team. Again, that's going to really move this number as well. Rockets, nice win Sunday against the Warriors. Tough game there. I mean, they've been playing well. They've won, 6 straight games. And I know that that's not against great competition, right? That's against the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, the Bucks, the Jazz, Warriors, who are just got Curry back. So they're really trying to figure out, their chemistry again. So this feels like a spot that the Suns do end up winning this one here. It's kind of more of a real test that the Rockets have had since that last game when they played against the Knicks. I would say this spot, I would probably lean Suns. Suns, the loss against the Hornets, won back on the road against Chicago, beat Chicago there. This team, we know they can score. I'm just worried defensively about the Suns. Maybe even the over would be a better look. The Suns, they're going to want to push the pace maybe a little bit more than the Rockets will. I could see this being back and forth type of game, fouls. This one goes over 221.5. That's the way I would lean on this game. If you're wanting a side, I would lean Suns -1.5 there. So that's it for the NBA. I want to talk baseball. We do have 2 games going on right now. Orioles at White Sox. Orioles currently up 4-2, bottom in the ninth. No outs, runner on first. Excuse me. So, hey, White Sox live right now. That'd be a great number. Would be insane to win. It's about plus 600 right around there. If you want to try and get some action in right before this game ends, White Sox live plus 600. How crazy would that be, right? I mean, hey, one man on, 2-1 count, 2-2 count now, no outs. Yeah, no, we'll see what happens by this time the show ends, but no, we're not going to be getting in on that one live. And then Diamondbacks Mets. Diamondbacks up currently 3-2, top of the seventh, 2 outs right now. Looks like they just got a double. Gabriel Moreno just got a double there, so Diamondbacks could be looking to add maybe one more run here tonight. A lot of MLB to get into, so let's try and break it down quickly. All the lineups are out, which is great. First one, we're going to talk about Padres Pirates here. Nick Pivetta against Paul Skeens. Look, Paul Skeens, he bounced back. I mean, obviously one of the best, if not the best, youngest pitcher in the league, in the game right now. He struggled early against lefties, though, averaging a 455 batting average. That's against 14 batters that he's faced. Only 2 strikeouts, allowing 5 hits against lefties. And what do the Padres do? They've got only 3 lefties in the lineup. Against righties, he's averaging 167 batting average, only 2 hits against those 15 batters. When you see these numbers, and I know it's not a lot of data points, but I'm throwing out any sort of lefty, any switch hitter that I've got if I'm the Padres right now, just to try to knock Skeens off while he's still trying to, get into the flow of the season. But they're not doing that. They're going righty heavy lineup, so we will definitely not be on the Padres. Nick Pivetta, really the same boat as Skeens there. When looking at him and kind of how he's done previously, since go back a couple of years, I mean, against lefties, he's done really well in the past couple of years there. 191 average against lefties, 233 against righties. So far to start the season, 353 batting average against lefties, 133 batting average against righties. Almost the same there, almost identical really to Paul Skeens. This number, definitely I'll be leaning an under, but that is way too low of a total at 6.5, whatever it is right now. Even the first 5 is at a 3. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if this is 1-0 or 1-1 by the end of the 5th inning, but it's just really tough to go, man, a total of 6. It's tough to go under, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I don't know if I'm going to quite get there with this team on an under, but I would lean maybe Pirates here to win this one. I don't even know if I would take money line. I'm not liking that number, the minus 150. That's too much. Probably lay off this one. Lean under, but not going to take it. Reds, Marlins. Again, all these games right now that we're talking, I mean, these are starting the next 20 minutes. Reds, Marlins there. You got Andrew Abbott against Sandy Alcantara. Andrew Abbott, lefty there. Looking at the Marlins lineup, we got 1 lefty, 1 switch hitter, and the rest are righties. That's what you need to do when you're the Marlins. That's what I would expect. But Abbott has not been very good against lefties. Lefties 500 batting average, 14 batters he's faced, only 4 strikeouts and 7 hits. So lefties actually have the better advantage against him. He's done really well against righties, 167 batting average out of all those 34 batters faced, 5 strikeouts. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. And just looking historically at the batters, Slater hasn't hit him very well. Neither has Ramirez. Otto Lopez has decently, but that's only been 5 at-bats. And then Hernandez as well. So not a lot of really data points to go off on this one either. Really don't have too strong of an opinion here with Abbott. I mean, again, his first 2 starts have been kind of just okay, average. I know he allowed no runs on that first game, but 7 hits, that's quite a few with only 4 Ks. I'd expect him to have more of a shaky start here. I don't expect him to have really a quality start. So I would probably be leaning the other way as far as the start of the game. I would lean Miami here. Looking at Alcantara on the other side, the righty going to go up against that Reds lineup right now. You've got two lefties. Well, I'm sorry, one lefty and one switch hitter against Alcantara there. So almost with his identical type of lineup. Looking at Alcantara, what he's done, I mean, he's had a great start to the season. First game, 7 innings pitched. Second game, 9 innings pitched there with 7 Ks. This dude is not allowed, 0 earned runs on the season so far. Only 3 hits last game, 4 hits game before. I mean, so far against lefties, 0.74 batting average. That's incredible numbers against 28 batters. So it's not like it's against 5 batters, 10 batters. No, it's against 28 batters. 8 Ks, 1 walk, only 2 hits. And then righties 192. So he's just really dealing here on the mound. Looking against the lineup again, against the lefty lineup, one lefty that they've got in Friedel, 333 average in the past that he's been hitting him. I would not be betting against Alcantara right now. Their really best shot is going to be, Ellie De La Cruz, 400 batting average against him in his lifetime, maybe getting something going for the Reds. I would lean Marlins here for this one and fading Abbott on this one here. Let's just double check and see what type of line we're getting with them, because that's definitely the way I would be going. So Profit X, again, use code Paul Rami there on Profit X. Kalshi as well. That's going to get you a 20% purchase match up to $100 on Profit X and a free $10 on Kalshi. Go download Kalshi. Go get free $10 on there. Looking at the Reds, Marlins again, minus 134 there on the money line. Run line laying the 1.5 plus 166. That's a big number. I would like to look at the first 5. That's the way I would lean. First 5 minus a half plus 104. That's what I love. That's what we're going to be taking. Marlins first 5 innings minus a half. Let me double check. See, we're going to try and get the best odds. We got a plus 104 right there on Profit X. Heading over to Novig. Kalshi, I really don't use too often on these type of bets. That's going to be more for our outrights, long shots, things like that for Kalshi in-game live betting. The number's just not as great with Kalshi here pregame. Looking at this one, Reds, Marlins, first 5 on Novig, minus a half, plus 108. That's where we're going to be going. Locking that one in. That's going to be the free play for today. We're going Marlins first 5 minus a half. We're going to rely on Alcantara there. 10, what do we got? Plus 108 there for that number again. That one's locked in. If you go to Juice Reel, the Paul Rami there, you'll see right away that bet is synced up. We just placed that one. Plus 108, Marlins first 5 minus a half. Fading Andrew Abbott here on this start on the road. The lefty is going to struggle today. Looking at the next game there, Cubs, Rays, Javier Assad, Orange, man, the Rays, man. Looks like it could be a bullpen day. Looks like it could be a bullpen day. Just want to see here who they've got going. Yoendry Gomez is going right now for the Rays as the primary. Doesn't look like he's going to be starting the game. It looks like it's going to be Englert, probably going to go 1 inning, maybe 2, and then it's going to be a Gomez that does come in for the rest there. Look, Gomez, so far, I mean, shoot, not a lot of data, right? He may only go 2 innings himself. That's all he's gone max so far this season. Again, it's a bullpen day for the Rays. I don't know if I really like to get involved much with a bullpen day. You usually stay away from those. Looking at the Cubs, at Assad instead, just kind of wanted to see his side. That righty going up against this lefty-heavy lineup. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lefties on the Rays there going up against Assad. And Assad there, look, he's coming up from AAA. Starting today's game, this is a spot you just fade early. You fade these guys early. Bullpen day for the Rays. Assad getting recalled, coming up from AAA. Yeah, I would be definitely leaning Rays on this one. Lefty heavy lineup, and looking at Assad, what he's done versus lefties past couple years. Last year, even 293 batting average against lefties, 2 home runs, 17 hits, only 11 Ks. Yeah, this is Ray's first 5 on this one is definitely the way I would be leaning as well. Small number, Rays minus 120. But yeah, I would lean probably Rays on this game first 5. I don't know how much I would get involved with the full game on this one here. Brewers, Red Sox. Again, Brewers team total just continues to hit on the over. This Brewers team, man, they're solid. They're hitting really well. 8-2 currently. Red Sox struggling to get anything done. They've got Garrett Crochet going tonight, the lefty, against a pretty solid right-handed heavy lineup for the Brewers. It doesn't look like he'll probably be coming off the bench. Yelich there. He's not in the lineup for this one tonight. Just kind of want to double check those lineups always to see, again, who's going to be in, who's going to be out, looking at injuries as well. Yeah, I'm sure it's just one of those days where Yelich is off, so he may just come in later, pinch hit if needed. Crochet again for the Red Sox. Look, this team is just struggling to really get anything going, the Red Sox. Crochet 1-1 currently so far on the season. Looking at his 2 performances thus far, 6-inning pitch, 5 innings pitched. He allowed 5 runs, 4 earned runs last game. Solid first start to the season, right? 8 Ks first game, 7 Ks last game. Struggled there. I'd expect him to bounce back a little bit better here. Against righties, he does allow 184 batting average so far on the season. Again, his average, though, last season against righties was a 229. So far, it's down from what it was last year, which is great. But again, too early in the season to tell. It feels like Red Sox, they got to get something going eventually. Is this going to be the game? Because it was supposed to be a last game. I know the Brewers, they were down and they ended up coming back and winning that game. Is this the one where Red Sox try and get something going? Maybe, but at a 155 price, I'm not loving that. Minus 155 currently on the Red Sox. Yeah, that's definitely not any way I would lean. If anything, I think the struggles continue for the Red Sox. Offensively, they're just not going to be getting many runs against Mizrowski here. So looking at Mizrowski, also just want to kind of double check what he's done. Going up against 4 lefties there for the Red Sox. Mizrowski there, he's gone pretty far. His pitch count has been pretty high. Maybe not gone very far, but pitch count has been pretty high the past 2 games. 94 pitches, both games there. 5 innings pitched first game with 11 Ks. 6-inning pitch last game with 7 Ks. Due to striking people out, a couple runs there. He's allowed 1 home run each game, which you don't love. But if you are want to take the home run market, definitely look at the Red Sox. Probably be looking at somebody like Contreras. I mean, he's the only one. He's gone against him twice. 1 hit against him. But on the other side, just kind of seeing who else is out there. Maybe Roman Anthony, Jaron Duran. You can take him too. Against lefties and righties, 111 average right now against lefties for Mizrowski. 190 against righties. So really the righties is going to be your only shot. And, with the 4 lefties in the lineup right now for the Red Sox, I'm not really liking this lineup. This would be more an under that I would lean for this game. I know the Brewers have been firing pretty solid offensively. It just feels like maybe an under, but 6.5, man, that's a really low number there. So that's tough to really get involved with that one. Cardinals, Nationals. Cardinals 5-5 there. Nationals 4-6. Cade Savali for the Nationals. Man, I hate saying his name. Liberator for the Cardinals. I always get it wrong. So two guys going lefty versus righty. Looking at the Cardinals lineup here against Cade Savali. Well, I faded. No, I didn't fade Cade. I was trying to remember which game it was. I think it was Slade. I was fading on a different game. But this one here, for Cade going up against 1, 2, 3 lefties, 4 lefties there in the Cardinals. I mean, again, not enough data yet. Has struggled striking guys out. First game, only 5 strikeouts, 3 the last game. I mean, allowing pretty much the same number of hits as he has strikeouts, allowing some runs as well. Walks have been an issue the first couple of games. Has not done well against lefties. Righties, he's done very solid. .071 batting average against righties so far this season. .333 average against lefties. So you would think, same thing, let's load up the lineup with lefties. If we're the other team here, but no, that's really not quite the case. They've only got 4 lefties: Burleson there, Norland Gorman, Victor Scott, and Weatherholt there going for him. So yeah, I don't know if I'd be too much on this one as well. I don't expect any of the righties to get it done. I'd probably pass on this game as well. Nationals, Cardinals. Nothing I'm really seeing here stands out with either of these teams. Pitching wise, I mean, for the Cardinals, I mean, he's done well. 5 innings first game, 6 innings second game, but just strikeouts haven't been there. Only 2 Ks first game, 2 strikeouts second game. Hits, I mean, 7 hits that first game, went 5 innings, 3 hits last game. The defense is really what's helping both these teams. So maybe the Nationals get something going this game. They won. I mean, it was a nice win last game, 9-6. Maybe the bats do stay hot. Even against that series against the Dodgers, they were losing 13-6, 10-5, 8-6, but they're getting runs. This Nationals team, they're scoring runs. So maybe they score some more here tonight against Liberator. Not going to get really into the rest of them. You got A's, Yankees there. Aaron Savali against Cam Schlittler there for the Yankees. Not going to get too involved with that one. Dodgers, Rays, Yamamoto against Gaussman. That's going to be a fun one. I would like to lean under, but really, how can you lean under against this Dodgers team that's been hitting like this? It's hard. It's hard to fade that in the season. Especially, I know it's early in the season, but it's hard to bet against a team when they're just scoring runs like that. So I don't know if I'd be on that under. It sounds nice, but I don't know if I'd be on it. I do expect Gaussman to pitch pretty well. I mean, just kind of looking at him as well as what he's done so far. 11 Ks first game, 10 Ks second game. Maybe an under. It's just unreal, his pitching so far. 0.53 batting average against lefties, 0.95 against righties. How long is he going to keep that up for, man? That's incredible stuff. And against this Dodgers lineup, it's off and on. Just kind of looking at his history here. Against Ohtani, he does well against Ohtani. Only a 167 batting average on 12 at-bats there. 2 hits. 6 strikeouts against Ohtani. Kyle Tucker, 333 batting average. Will Smith there, 250. Freddie Freeman, 111 batting average. 9 at-bats, only 1 hit. Teoscar Hernandez there, same thing, 188 batting average. These guys aren't hitting him that well, but it's just hard to fade the Dodgers right now. Especially the way they're scoring runs, man. Just way too many runs. This is one of those games. You got to see something's got to give here. Is it going to be Gaussman? Is he going to have a great, solid performance again? Or is it going to be the Dodgers offense that just continues to score runs? So not too sure yet what we're going to get on this one. So we're just going to kind of pass on that one. Tigers, Twins, Tigers, their Skubal against Bradley. I mean, Skubal really would be the only way to go here, but not going to be on that. Mariners, Rangers, you got Kirby against Eovaldi. And then Astros, Burrows against Freeland. I mean, what a wild game. last night. Astros losing 9-7 there. It's been, man, so Jekyll and Hyde so far to start the season with this Astros team. I mean, you lose 11-4 to the A's, then you win 11-0, then you lose 12-10. 9-7 you lose there. Yeah, you're scoring, but your defense, you're not playing well defensively for the Astros. So that's, of course, a concern there. When you do have a pitcher, Mike Burrows, again, a guy who's new to this team, really not really a guy that's a big, Astros favorite, you could say. Let me double check. I just want to pull up the lineups and see. I know all the lineups are out for tonight's game. Yeah, Burrow's there against, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lefties on against Colorado. And then Freeland, the lefty there, going up against a righty-heavy lineup. Jordan, the only lefty there in the Astros lineup. Looking at Burrows, I mean, of course, that first game against the Angels was terrible. 6 Ks was nice, but 5 runs, 5 earned runs, and then comes back with another almost similar performance, 6 Ks there with 2 runs, 2 earned runs there. So he's been struggling, of course, against lefties and righties. 333 average against lefties, 310 against righties. He's struggling there. Rockies, good thing is, I mean, they don't have much of a history with him. A couple of guys do here. The ones that do, Will Castro, Kyle Karros, I mean, both of them won a plate appearance, and they've got hits off of them. Jordan Beck, 2 at-bats, and he's got a hit off of them. So what are we going to get with Burrows? I don't know. I'd probably just lean maybe an over on this game. Kyle Freeland there, just kind of looking at what he's done as well. He's struggled. He hasn't allowed many runs, but the strikeouts haven't quite been there. They were last game, 6 strikeouts, but we'll see here how he does. Statistically, at home, does a little bit worse since 2024, 5.19 ERA. On the road, 4.88 ERA. So a little bit worse at home for Freeland. Again, looking at him against this lineup and kind of seeing what he's done. 250 batting average against lefties, 276 against righties. So right-heavy lineup for the Astros. I would definitely be leaning them or just an over on this game. Again, looking at these pitchers, not sold on them. The lineups, I would assume some runs to be scored here. But 11, man, that's such a high total, 11 runs. That's such a ridiculous total. But don't be surprised if that goes over. I would lean Astros here, probably laying the 1.5 on the run line. It feels like a spot. Maybe they kind of bounce back from that performance last night. They got the runs, but just struggled to stop the Rockies from getting the runs. And then just looking at the Rockies too, what they've done, that's very uncharacteristic of them, putting up 9 runs. I mean, before that, 4 runs against the Phillies, 1 run against the Blue Jays, 2 runs, 1 run. Then that one anomaly where they had 14 runs against the Blue Jays. So that's kind of that one-off performance. I would lean Astros here -1.5, but even then, it's still about a -115 number. I don't like to lay the run line unless I'm getting plus money. So probably going to be off of that one. So with all that being said, let's wrap up the show. We've been almost 40 minutes into this. We talked college basketball. We talked NBA. We talked MLB. I don't want to get too much into these. I'm going to have to say some stuff for the rest of the plays. Again, go follow me on the Tails app. You'll get all of my plays posted there and on Juice Reel as well. $10 a week on Tails, $15 a week on Juice Reel there. And tonight's play, Marlins first 5 -0.5 +108. Let's go Marlins. Rest of the plays will be posted. Again, new code Paul Rami over on ProfitX and on Kalshi. I will see you guys tomorrow.